Good morning, can I thank the Social Democrats for bringing forward this motion? Minister, we don't seem to have a coherent strategy around the development of this industry and its impact on our current electricity and water infrastructure. It seems to be planning applications are made and they're decided at local level within local authorities. But how are we planning for a million electric cars that we're talking about, these hundreds of data centres, along with the increased population growth in the next number of decades of over 1 million people, whilst reducing the use of fossil fuels to generate electricity at the same time? We have data centres, there's 70 built and there's at least 30 more that have been planned, which will put immense pressure on the grid at a huge cost to the taxpayer. We'll spend $9 billion on the grid to allow Amazon, Microsoft and their peers to set up data centres. As been said earlier on, Dr. Patrick Bresnahan of the National University of Ireland in Maynooth told the Oireachtas Committee on the Environment and Climate Change that while data centres currently represented 11% of the grid capacity, the energy used by those existing connections will rise to almost 30% of the overall capacity by the end of this decade. This compares with the worldwide situation where only 2% of electricity is consumed by data centres. Dublin West, my constituency, has seen a significant number of these data centres, and a massive data centre is currently under construction just across the border in Clonee, County Meath. The Amazon data centre in Mulhuddard will use the same amount of electricity as Galway. This is absolutely astonishing. And the people of Ireland are not stupid and can see the problems with the vast number of data centres that are planned, because they hear about rolling blackouts nearly every week now. They're talking about in the media about rolling blackouts on radio and television. 59% of people polled by Red Sea want data centre development to be controlled to reduce the electricity rolling blackouts. They want to see a restriction of data centres to avoid these blackouts and help the country to achieve its climate targets. And the question I'd have for you, Minister, do you have the authority to demand that these data centres would switch to auxiliary players in the event that we have rolling blackouts, that we do not have the capacity to provide electricity for people in our homes?
Thanks, Deputy.